Hello, you big, beautiful Broadway world. It's me, your Broadway buddy, Ben Cameron, and I'm welcoming you back to our new season of Broadway World's Next on Stage competition, sponsored by AMDA. I am so excited to be here. Can you believe it? We've made it to week 3 of our competition, which means that this week, already, this has happened so fast, we are revealing our top 5 high school contestants. Holy moly. Over the last weekend, the top 10 submitted brand new performance videos of themselves singing songs from the musical theater canon, of course, and you took the power to vote for them. And now we're going to announce the top 5, who will also be receiving invaluable feedback and coaching from our very distinguished, knowledgeable, and dare I say it, super sexy panel of Broadway superstar judges. The judges are also going to be looking at performances from 3 performers who very nearly made the top 5. We call them our beloved awesome almosts. Our judges will have the opportunity to push one of those awesome almosts forward into the competition to duke it out for your votes and potentially land in our top 3 next week. And those finalists that are going to be making it all the way to New York City. They're winning a trip to New York City to perform the live finale in January at 54 Below. What? Wow, mom. That's exciting stuff. And while they're here, not only they're going to perform at 54 Below and be in New York City, which is cool enough, they will also enjoy a meal from the USA Brooklyn Delicatessen, New York City's favorite flavors all in one place, serving hot pastrami, hot corned beef, roasted turkey Reubens, and more. Indulge like a local New Yorker in the heart of Times Square at USA Brooklyn Delicatessen, located right across the street from Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on 43rd Street, in the heart of it all. That's a very New York experience. And if you've not experienced the size of a New York City corned beef sandwich, well, bring an appetite. Let's welcome our judges. Speaking of appetites, the pizza was famously named after her. Let's welcome Leslie Margarita.
Hello!
Hello! Oh, Leslie, where are you now, Leslie?
I'm in my dressing room, a very spare dressing room, because there's not much in it yet, at the Pasadena Playhouse. And yeah, we open our Christmas spectacular, holiday spectacular tonight. So I'm in my dressing room during tech and looking gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Show them your bedazzled nails.
Oh, I mean, these are beauties. Beautiful.
Holidays right there. What has impressed you most thus far, do you think, as we've progressed through the competition?
Honestly, and everyone's going to say this, but the level of talent gets better and better and better every year. I really am so excited about the growth and how they've taken everybody's notes and really implemented them. Because I know at that age, I'd be like, I think I know better. Yeah. And so I'm very impressed that they're actually taking the notes. I think they're just spectacular. I'm very excited for these.
I couldn't agree more. Top 5. This is huge.
Yeah.
Also with us, the beloved Broadway darling that is Kate Rockwell.
There we go.
Hey!
I don't have cool nails like Leslie, but they are holiday red.
Jungle red.
Here they are.
What do you hope to see today?
What?
Sorry.
No, say it again, Leslie.
I said you're away doing a gig as well.
Yeah.
You're in. Yeah.
I'm in. I would love to say I'm in sunny Florida, but what I'm actually in is cloudy, windy, potentially tropical storm Florida. So I am in Florida.
But that's all Florida, isn't it?
None of the things that you wish it was in the weather outside, actually. So it's great to be in here.
But you know what? It'll storm for like 5 minutes and then it'll be gorgeous again. Isn't that the way Florida goes?
I'm like, I don't know. Florida has weather like everyone else, right? So it's not like I shouldn't have the expectation that it would be sunny all the time. It's it's not cold, and that's fine.
Oh, that's really very kind and all understanding of you towards the state of Florida.
I've done a lot of therapy about the state of Florida, so there's a lot to work out.
God, sometimes you just gotta fight every impulse in your body to make jokes. Okay, Kate, what's your favorite thing that you've seen implemented thus far?
I think it's going to be kind of like what Leslie just said. I think what's so much fun to watch every time we do this competition is just the there's a math word for it, the exponential growth that happens week to week in these performers. Like when they really start absorbing the information that is presented to them, you can tell immediately, because all of a sudden everything just starts getting better and better and better. And now we're at a point where like the competition is going to be really tight, and you're going to have to put your best foot forward, because that's just where we're at in the competition. And again, Leslie and I've had the opportunity to see this for a couple of years now. That's what happens now, is you got to like step up your game, and you got to live at your best, like 110%. And I love this part, because it means that everybody has to really put themselves out there. And while that is intimidating, it is the gig. And that's, it's such great like prep for when you all want to come be in a hotel room and travel to Storm, Florida.
Prison Sink,
Prison Sink, Pasadena. Prison Sink, Pasadena.
Leslie Margarita starring in Prison Sink. Musical review.
From the broadcast.
I want to cut that. Yeah.
No, she's very, very fancy. All right. Rounding us out, we're all together again this week. Kyle Taylor Parker is here.
Woohoo! No nails, though. I wish.
No nails.
I didn't get the memo. I'll catch up next week.
But I bet you've got T-shirts to hand out like crazy.
We'll see.
With those genius one-liners. Kyle, what do you enjoy most about working with young performers?
Ooh, the passion. The passion always surprises me. And in this competition, the commitment. I wish I had that level of commitment when I was this age. I was kind of afraid. And now I'm like, let's break it all. But, they're so brave and committed.
Yeah, I think I could have been committed when I was in high school, but I don't know how.
I've heard that about you.
That's a different story.
I'm excited to have you all here with us. Before we jump in, I want to give a shout out to our lead sponsor, AMDA. The AMDA High School Conservatory is an immersive program with both in-person and online options that provides extraordinary performing arts training for passionate young artists. This program offers cutting-edge learning opportunities that are uniquely personal and specifically designed for today's emerging performing artists. To learn more about that, go and visit amda.edu/high school to apply for admission and scholarships. We can learn a little bit more about AMDA right now.
The thing that AMDA does is that it gives you a seat at the table. I had never taken a dance class before in my life before coming to AMDA. I'd never had a voice lesson. It doesn't matter. Anybody can learn anything that they put their mind to.
Nothing is easy in this life. Nothing worth anything is easy. If you don't want to work for it, you ain't gonna get it. Now, if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth.
And for those of you watching, be sure that you're following along today with Broadway World Stage Mag, which you can check out by scanning the QR code here. Judges, a top 5 awaits you. Are you ready to find out who they are?
Ready, let's do it.
Ready.
OMG. All right, first up. Oh, this makes me really happy. First up in the top 5, we have Jeffrey Walker III from Palm Harbor, Florida. Jeffrey's dream role is Coalhouse Walker, and his favorite role that he's already played is Aldolfo in The Drowsy Chaperone, because that is what he's going to sing tonight. I am Aldolfo from The Drowsy Chaperone. Bring it on, Jeffrey.
Not so fast. Now, just in case you didn't hear Aldolfo, I try to make it very clear. Aldolfo, the lovely ladies always cheer Aldolfo. When I repeat myself, I am Aldolfo. I can sing it high, Aldolfo. I can sing it low, Aldolfo. I can sing it very fast. I can sing it very slowly. I do it now, but it would take hours. Now let us see if you can remember my name. Now who's the fellow that you see? And how should you refer to me? And who is it I'll always be? Now say it proudly. Now let me spell it out for you lovely ladies who didn't hear for the first time for some reason, because maybe you are hard of hearing or something, I don't know. It goes. I am a downfall.
Jeffrey Walker the third. Also, my friends, I'm pretty sure we've just been groffed. That spit hit us right in the face. We, like Lindsay Mendez and Daniel Radcliffe on the Nightly, have been groffed. Well, that I'm going to call that booked. Booked. Everyone's slack-jawed. Leslie, what are your thoughts?
Jeffrey, my face hurts. I'm smiling so much. I love you. That is incredible. It's incredible. You made me guffaw, and that's really hard to do. The spitting is genius. Listen, I think you're so fantastic, and what a range to go from like your dream role, Cole House Walker, to be able to do this as well, and it's just amazing. Okay, so if I want to get nitpicky, tiny things, little bit of room at the top of your screen, just close it in a little bit. As for I think just make sure, and you already are, so make sure your comic beats are clean. There were a couple, if I sing it slow, I'm not going to do it now. Make sure that I don't do it now is very different than what you just said. Like, I'm going to take a very long time. Just make the beats very different. And then at the end, before that giant, big Adolfo, you have a bit of a break just for an audition, like on screen purpose. I don't know, do something, get your phone out, be bored, scroll, and then come back and do the big note, because otherwise you just are kind of killing time. You would on stage have something to do, but for that I would find just, I don't know, some business, but I loved it.
Well, we all know J. Elaine Marcos would want a pizza delivered in that moment, is what we've learned. Kate Rockwell, what are your thoughts for Jeffrey Walker III?
Jeffrey, I have no notes. I have no notes. I'm so floored because this is such a about face from what we've seen from you for the last 2 weeks, and it was flawless. It was flawless. I love the bravery. You sound great. Who knew those notes were a thing? I love it so much. I think the only things that I'm digging as a coach, I dig for the stuff, and I'm remember who you're speaking to, right? So all of the beautiful things that you have crafted, there's a literal call and response section. And if you want to leave that empty, which is very funny that you didn't provide your own response, which would also be an option if you wanted, you could be your own call and response. If you want to leave it empty, that's what I would have done. Not just feel. If you can't cheer for you, who will? But if you're going to leave it empty, I want to see the response to what is happening in your head, right? So if you're going to leave that space for the audience, whoever your audience is, to be responding, we need to see your reaction to that. Just so, again, the scene doesn't drop out. It's the only moment where I felt like you dropped just the littlest bit in specificity. And it's because, of course, you weren't doing anything, but you're never not doing anything, right? There's always something happening. And if you had an audience yelling to you, you would be giving them some sort of connective response, and we want you to maintain that even if you don't have anybody yelling at you. I effing loved this.
Right? Yeah.
So on board. The fact that you showered that camera with spit, next level. Yeah, the job is yours if you want it. I don't know where the production is, but I do know it's yours. Cheers.
KTP, hit us with some KTP-isms.
I really don't have anything to say. It was spectacular, passionate, brave, smart, funny. I don't have any notes. The only thing that I thought was exactly what Kate said of that call and response section. You can invest in it. There is something funny to the idea of you being on tape and expecting us to say something, we say nothing, and then you decide then off camera the next time that maybe,
yeah,
and now you're like, no, that was good, that was much better. Maybe, but that's just playing. Everything's there. It's booked. It's come into the room. I want to see you do it for me. It's fabulous.
So great.
Well Don Jeffrey Walker III, a well-deserved place in our top 5. Congratulations to Jeffrey. Who else is in this top 5? It's Cooper RBC. Cooper goes to Massapequa High School in Massapequa, New York. His favorite role is Mark Cohen from Rent, and his dream role is Tony, which I'm assuming is from West Side Story. This week he's singing Try Me from She Loves Me. How delightful.
I have trained myself, going shelf by shelf, and I know every item in the store, every tube, jar, box, bottle, carton, and container, where they are, what they cost, what they're for. Although it's something you have never thought about, Mr. Marachek, try me. You need a man who knows the business inside out, Mr. Marachek, try me. You need help or I'd have never spoken. And why break someone in when I'm already broken? In this emergency, I wouldn't lay you down, Mr. Marachek, try me. Oh, I can see by the uncertain way you frown that you've asked yourself, why me? For first class clerking and conscientious working, Mr. Marachek, why not try me?
Oh, precious.
That's Cooper. Cooper RBC. Yes, Precious. I'm always intrigued when they do these numbers that very clearly in a staging the musical would be highly physical. And that's an exceptional challenge to take on in a little Brady Bunch box. What do you think, Kate?
Yeah.
Cooper, I thought this was great. This was a really, really lovely, new angle to sort of see you in, something a little bit bright and beautiful. My biggest piece of feedback would be create a little bit more resistance. You had a very captive audience in this. He was, whoever it is that you are speaking to, your boss, he was very interested in what you had to say. What if he's not? What if he is trying to get away? What if he doesn't actually want to give you a chance at all? What if he does? How does that resistance change your energy, make you level up each time that you have to come at it from a new approach? Every time you have to sell yourself a little bit harder because he's kind of like rejecting all of your efforts. That's going to motivate this song. And this song is, I mean, even this clip, it's a very similar beat, right? The beat is, give me a chance. So how do we level up each time we have to say, no, really, give me a chance. No, really, I'm ready for this. No, really, I want you to. Give us, kind of allow for that resistance to be there. Imagine what it is your scene partner is giving you. And I think KTP said this, I think it was last week to somebody. Remember that person is also having reactions and also having energy in this scene. This is a scene, not a monologue or soliloquy. So include that person's energy because that's going to change your energy and it's going to level you up a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and raise the stakes. But otherwise, I thought this was lovely.
That's great advice. KTP.
Loved it. So great. Great use of the music to motivate you at the top of the song. You know, we talked about that. I think it was last week or the week before with your work of investing at the top of it. You were there and it was active. So really, really good job with that. I don't have much to say. This is going to be a tough week. Everyone's really leveling up. So this is really impressive work. I just have a few ideas that might make it a little more specific, but you might try them and say, KTP, that's not good. So I'm open to that too. Maybe there's an opportunity to use you after you say broken, there's a lyric about being broken as you are, and then there's a bump in the music. You have this great reaction that happened like a second before the bump. What if you move it just a little bit, like Apple swipe, so that the action happens with the music? Might make it more specific. Also, when you say you ask yourself, Mr. Marachek, why me? What does Mr. Marachek sound like? We've already heard you sound gorgeous. That might be a moment to invest in how he sounds, asking, why me? Why you? I don't know. It might make your work more specific. I don't know. Great job. Thank you so much. Leslie.
Oh, Cooper, loved. You could absolutely play this role right now. Mm-hmm. It's so funny, KTP. I had the same thing on Broken. Those words are so, those lyrics are so funny. There is an opportunity when you say you don't have to break anybody in because I'm already broken. Crap. Then, there's the moment of like you know those things when you're like, what just came out of my mouth? Moving on. It's those little things in there that I think you could amp up a bit. And yeah, I just a little more of the journey, like Kate was saying. Maybe start. It's very hard, I know, in an audition cut, but like, got to build a little bit more of a hill to get up. But I loved it. Perfect song for you. There.
I know.
On fire thus far. This is a heck of a top 5 so far.
We are filling our season very quickly thus far. Whatever our season is, it is getting cast quickly.
Absolutely. And you know who else is in that season? McKenzie Crawford from Sioux City East High School in Sioux City, Iowa. Mackenzie's dream role is Glinda, and her favorite past role that she's performed is Elle Woods. This week, she's going to sing Secrets from the Addams Family.
Secrets are the enemies of passion. Speaking true will get you through the day. Truth is not a thing that one should ration, but I think you think of it that way. Never keep a sin inside the closet. Always give the facts a fighting chance. Every time you do, it's a deposit in the long-term life of your romance. Keep no secrets if you want him to remain your lover. Share all secrets, there's a world of things you might discover. Truth is beauty, he should always know exactly who you are. Bear your secrets, and your marriage will be healthier by far. He adores me, never ignores me, always has put me first. And if he should try once telling a lie once, I'd throw him out head first. Kneeling, he'd plead, I reconsider. Reeling, he'd quickly start to drown. Begging me for lenience, but at my first convenience, I'd put him on the first bus out of town. Keep no secrets, welcome honesty with no resistance. Then your marriage is a loving kind of coexistence. Lies and secrets, they're the sins that keep a husband from a wife. He loves me, he would never keep a secret in his life.
Mackenzie Crawford doing a lesser done Addams Family song than what we're used to hearing, which is exciting. KTP, let's dive in.
You sound like a dream. You sound so great. So I'm being picky. I'm being picky. The acting felt a little easy for me. And I don't mean that from the point of view that this needs to be like the most dramatic song in the world, but there has to be a reason why we're singing. You know what I mean? Whether it be that this is something you believe to be the truth passionately, is this the secret of life and you're sharing it? It just makes you feel so good to share it. You know, it just needed some more zhuzh from the soul. That was my only thing.
The old soul zhuzh.
Yeah.
Leslie?
Mackenzie, again, you sound stunning. You looked great. For me, the point of view of the story was missing a little bit for me. The thing about this song, and I don't know it well, but it is a secret. You're saying keep no secrets, but you're talking to someone going, here's the secret. So that's the gag of this whole thing. And I think you just need a stronger point of view. Like you kind of gave your husband this. I don't think it's that. It's he loves me and I sent him on his way. You know, it's you just need to pick a point of view and stick with it. That's what was missing for me. But yeah, you sound phenomenal. But yeah, I need a little more story.
Kate, what do you need?
Yep, I agree completely. Mackenzie, again, like not to like beat it down, but you have such a beautiful voice and you look so stunning. I think that is. Can I be hard? Am I allowed to be hard? I'm gonna be hard. That's actually never gonna work in your favor. That means people are gonna write you off. Beautiful, like gorgeous girl, gorgeous voice. Everyone's gonna be like, whatever. Like immediately that's what they're gonna say about you, which means you have to come in with such strong opinions and such a strong, unique voice to prove to them that you are more than a pretty face, pretty voice. And I don't feel like this happened here. I feel like here you were like, yeah, I got it. This is it. And I'm like, why are we singing about it then, right? Because the only reason we sing is because we have really, really strong needs. And I don't feel like the stakes were high enough here. And I'm saying that to you in this way because I have seen such strong work from you in the past. So I know that you are capable of more depth and of higher stakes and of more commitment to the piece. And I like this piece. I think it's fun. There is fun in the the I have learned how to master my husband kind of character, which that's who she is. Like she literally has solved the problem of like how to keep the man, right? Like the problem. And I felt like this was so easy. It was like, oh yeah, I figured it out. And girl, that is if you have that, like, can you please raise the stakes a bit, raise the price? Because people will pay. Yeah. So I think that's it. I just don't want you to be written off as like no big deal. Like, yeah, she's pretty, yeah, she's got a nice voice, but we don't want that for you. So like from minute one, have a strong opinion, stick to that strong opinion, even if it's wrong. I don't care if it's wrong. There's no wrong. I just want to see what your voice is. And in this, I felt like the song just sort of happened. Yeah. So I know that won't be the case. I know that won't be the case in the future.
Can I just say one also little thing too about, because it can be hard learning how to how do I make an opinion? Where do I find that? Yeah. The music gives you a hint. It's a tango. There's so much passion in a tango. And we're talking about relationships, etc. That may be your window in. Let the music tell you where to go. Because remember that the music is coming from you in musical theater. That's it.
Music comes from you. T-shirt. The music comes from you.
The music comes from you.
All right, you guys, there's only 2 spots left in the top 5. Without further ado, also in our top 5, this is all in no particular order, of course, is Jada Lee Miller from Palm Harbor University High School in Palm Harbor, Florida. Her favorite past role is the dragon in Shrek, and her dream role is Sugar in Some Like It Hot. This week, she's singing Alyssa Green from The Prom.
You know what my mother is like. She's a complete and total control freak. The hair has to be perfect. The A's have to be straight. You have to join the debate club. On that, there's no debate. You have Bible camp each summer to keep you pure and clean. Endless rules apply when you're Alyssa Green. Trophies have to be first place. Ribbons have to be blue. There's always some competition or hoops we're jumping through. Your mom's made sacrifices so we don't come in queen. Cause it's do or die when you're Alyssa Green. And you wish there was a world where you were simply free to live. And when people criticized you, you had no more shits to give. And in this other lifetime, when you tell yourself be brave, you won't cave. That's the one thing I truly crave. But your feelings have to be phony. Your weight has to be tracked. If you don't like shaking pom-poms, you better learn to act. Just have everything perfected by the time you reach 18. Don't ask how or why. Improve all of your strong points and hide the things that you lack. Cause your mom's convinced if you're perfect, your father might come back. You're not yourself, you're not what she wants, you're somewhere in between. Your whole life's a lie when you're Alyssa Green.
All right, Jada Lee Miller is in our top 5. What do we think about that? I saw some acting happening in there. Let's talk about it, Kate.
Oh gosh, I like this song so much. It's like I feel like there's so many people that can connect to what that feels like in high school, the pressure of like trying to be perfect. Beautiful. You look beautiful. I really like this hair on you. I like the look of the back with the braid, like very glamorous on you. Makes features pop. You sound great. I like what we're kind of doing flexi wise with our voice. We're like going for it sometimes. We pull back sometimes. Be wary with musical theater, pulling back too much. I know we're on camera. I understand that on camera we have more flexibility, but presuming that on camera in a musical audition, we're still auditioning for stage, I would just be wary of pulling back so much that we like lose. It's actually like diction and breath. You can get really, really quiet if you want to, but make sure we don't lose the breath and the diction. Because that's like the weird world of like self-tapes for theater is if you were doing this for a TV thing, maybe that would be okay. Like if you were auditioning for the prom movie, I'd be like, sure, I don't know, maybe that's fine. But if you're going to do this kind of an audition for a stage production, I would be wary of dropping that sound all the way out like a TV actor might. Because then people are going to worry about your ability to project, blah, blah, blah. Don't give them anything to worry about. I think my primary feedback for you in this song is Alyssa Green is your name, right? So names in songs, proper nouns, but specifically names have a lot of weight. So if I say something like, it is really like you better not crack if you are Kate Rockwell. Like there's a way that you say your own name, particularly when it is a placard that's held above you, right? Something that you must live up to. You must live up to your name. You must live up to this moniker that has been given to you. There's a lot of weight with that. And I would I don't know what I'm trying to say. I would encourage you to go back and think about what it means to say, if you put your name in there and you talk about the pressures that exist in your life that you feel in order to maintain the image that you have created, you're going to say that real specifically because it's going to feel weighted. And I feel like the name in this song, when we say Alyssa Green, your whole life's a lie when you're Alyssa Green, like it kind of just passed by quickly. And I think that's perhaps can get a little bit more, I guess, just stakes. Like the names are so important, and there's so much that we put, so much weight that we put on that, so much value that we put in these names, positive and negative. And I feel like the name can hold a little bit more weight for you. So that would be my primary piece of feedback. You sound wonderful. I'm glad you're here.
That's great feedback. It reminds me of our conversation about mom in a song that we had recently, how that carries weight a lot of times too. KTP.
So good. Really, really impressive work. I'm moved. I'm like, Perry, so good. I want to give you permission to, on a song like this, your acting is so great and specific, to do less and have an experience of it. I think sometimes it happens with really good actors. You want to be clear, so you send your choice a little bit. There's a bit of you it's with the eyes. You think up, you rolled your eyes 3 times. And it was a great, clear choice to understand what you meant. I think, especially in self-tape, there's an opportunity to do less. Experience your choice, maybe do the eye thing once, because it is effective and it feels very true to you in this character. But we don't want it to become a crutch because you're better than that. That's my only little thought.
Love it. Leslie, Margarita.
Jada, again, like Kate said, glad you're here. Love it. Your voice is stunning. Kind of along the lines of what KTP was saying, I really loved the back end of the song, except for what Kate said. Yeah, don't lose the diction. But I love the vulnerability. So for me, I think, like KTP said, you have the opportunity to build this story a little bit. So maybe that wall is still up when that song starts. You're just telling your friend about what it's like to be you. And then it really starts sinking in through this piece of what it is like to be you. And then we get to that really vulnerable place at the end. But if we're already there, it's not going to have as much punch at the end. So I would maybe just again, like I'm a broken record. The story, even though it's a tiny little clip, you have room to be a completely different person at the top of the show than you are. You're what you choose to let in. Yeah, but stunning. Great.
And that is the challenge, right? To take that kind of journey so quickly.
It's so hard.
So hard. You guys are killing it, kiddos.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Rounding out our top 5. Oh, it's Braxton. It's Braxton Hoeffer. Braxton is a student at Hermitage High School in Henrico, Virginia. His dream role is Fiyero, and his favorite past role was the genie in Aladdin. And today, Braxton will be singing You'll Be Back from Hamilton.
You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me again.
go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
That's smile.
I feel seen and threatened at the same time. Well done. Let's see. Let's start with Kate.
Oh, Braxton, I'm just such a fan of yours. I loved this. I loved the comedy. I thought this was really fun. You sound great on this. Like, we got some fun, beautiful high notes out of there. I love that. I think everything about this was right. I think the tone was right. I think you get the joke. I think like that big gorgeous smile of yours, that like, am I allowed to say? I'm gonna say poop eating grin you got there at the top and at the end is excellent. The feedback I'm gonna give you is purely because I want to play this role so desperately, so I have very strong opinions on it. And someday, 50 years from now, they will let a white woman play this role.
Oh Lord.
I want to see, you can take everything that you did and dial it up one more notch, right? Because this is absurdist. This is just absurd. When we come out of the tone of Hamilton, the seriousness, the like beautiful art that's happening, and out comes this ridiculous character with this ridiculous song. They're all that da 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 da. Like we can leave the realm of real communication here if we want. He is performing a number. It is okay to do that. So I give you the permission to like go little bird and fly. I don't believe there is too far with this song. If I find it, I'll let you know. I'll dial you back. But I give you the permission to run with it and let it be. Get caught up in the like. I always think of Carlton when I hear the side. Just imagine what he's doing. I'm giving away all my choices if anyone ever wants to see me audition. And then, but do remember, and this is the one thing that I think like is a little. He is lying, right? He's lying. He's gonna bomb the out of you if you do anything wrong. He knows who he is. He knows what his power is. No, don't change the subject, because you're my right. Like it's a tantrum that's being covered by a performance. So do remember that the undercurrent, the stakes of this are don't mess around. It's a little bit like F around and find out, right? So like the undercurrent of the stakes is still like, and you have like a great handle on it in the beginning. I just feel like towards the end, we can ramp up that like the danger element of this, because he is a very bad man historically. Sorry, am I allowed to have an opinion on history? So that's all. Those are my two. And again, those are subjective. They're personal opinions about the song. But otherwise, I thought it was wonderful. I'm very happy you're here right now. I love your work. Big fan.
Leslie Margarita.
I mean, again, like Kate, everyone knows that I would love to do this. And as someone who has been asked to self-tape many times for this and hasn't gotten it yet, I don't know that I'm the right person to give you notes.
That's because they are wrong.
It's a really hard song. it's a really hard song to do a self-tape on. However, I loved it all. I would love to see you play this.
Yeah.
My only thing was just what Kate was saying. I need to see the insanity a little bit more. I want to see the person that is going to blow up everything. And you have it sometimes, but it drops. The only time I ever saw you drop was the high notes. If that is, I saw you think about it going, oh, I don't know if I can hit it, then make a joke out of it.
Then don't hit it.
Can't hit it. Who cares? But again, I think it is just personal preference on this song, and it's so hard to do because it is iconic, and the first people kind of peed all over it, and it's hard to come up with other choices. And so having never booked it, I applaud you. I thought it was great. I think it's fantastic, and I'm so happy you are here. That voice, even in that song, I was like, oh, and that usually doesn't happen in that song. So, bravo.
I love it.
Kate and I play that role, please. Thanks.
Someday.
KTP.
Fabulous. I love that you did a comedy song.
Yes.
Like, so great to see this version of you. I agree with everything everyone's saying. I really, really do, of course. With parts like this, I feel like that can go over the top. The thing that makes them so fabulous, and this is what everyone's saying, is if you can connect to one grounding, real thing, right? And here we're talking about the lava underneath it all that's really making this. And I love what Kate said, this tantrum. If you can find something in your life that you can invest in that far, it's going to bring you back to home every time with this. And you can go bigger because you're invested in something real on the inside. And then about the high note, I agreed as well. And I noticed something. I felt like some of your creative choices, and this happens, comedy and acting sometimes can get in the way of intonation, right? So you were thinking here with this guy, and the high note would come, and I think the word was cry. I think the word was cry. And you were here, cry, but you needed more space. So that's when you have to make a kind of compromise with yourself and say, at this moment, I'm going to yawn into it. I'm not going to sacrifice, good pitch for character. And then I can swing back into character, And we all have to do it from one character actor to another. You just have to figure out how to balance that out. That's it.
So this is just amazing. Talk about how the subjectivity of art. It was like, don't sacrifice the character for the sound, and don't make the sound with the feedback in the same song. So good luck to you, Braxton.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. There is no wrong answer ever.
That's the beauty of it. And the lesser things I have sacrificed pitch for in my life. Congratulations to
I don't know that I've ever gone on pitch.
That's a lie. You sing down, and you actually would go, and it would be everything. One of my favorite voices. I would laugh and cry and say, it sounds like a dream.
It makes me so mad.
They're gonna figure it out soon enough. It's gonna happen, and we're all gonna go, and Hamilton's gonna get a bump in ticket sales because they're worried about that.
They're deeply concerned.
Yeah, concerned. So concerned.
Congratulations to our top 5. But guess what? We're not done yet. It's time to meet our awesome almost. Once again, these are contestants who very nearly made it into the top 5. Our judges are going to have the opportunity to select one of them to push through the competition to compete for your votes to be one of our 3 finalists who is flying to New York City. So without time for feedback from the judges, we're just going to watch them go. I give to you for your consideration Roxy Sparling, a student from Utah Arts Academy in St. George, Utah. I'm from Utah. She is singing There Are Worse Things I Could Do from Greece.
I could stay home every night, wait around for Mr. Right, take cold showers every day, and throw my life away on a dream that won't come true. I could hurt someone like me out of spite or jealousy. but I don't steal, and I don't lie, and I can feel, and I can cry. In fact, I bet you never knew. But to cry in front of you, that's the worst thing I could do.
All right, Roxy Sparling, an awesome almost there. Next is Ashley Fucarino from Montauk High School in Montauk High, New York. She's singing On My Own from Les Mis.
And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only on my own.
All right, Ashley Fucarino. And finally, rounding us out for your consideration, it's Ava Simone from New World School of the Arts in Miami, Florida. She'll be singing Journey to the Past from Anastasia.
Somewhere down this road, I know someone's waiting. Years of dreams just can't be wrong. Arms will open wide. I'll be safe and wanted, finally home where I belong. Starting now, I'm learning fast on this journey to the past. Home, love, family. There was once a time I must have had them too. Home, love, family. I will never be complete until I find you. One step at a time, one hope then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future. Things my heart still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign. Let this road be mine. Let it lead me to my past and bring me home at last.
Ava Simone with Journey to the Past. All right, judges, you have a lot to talk about. And when we come back, our judges will have deliberated and they're going to share who they have decided to push forward into the competition for spots in our top 3. We'll be right back. Okay, judges, this was a tough deliberation, but someone is getting saved. Someone is moving on for those last vital votes. Who wants to tell us all about it? Who's going through? KTP, do it.
Okay, we would like to push through Ava Simone for Journey to the Past. Thank you for your growth. We're excited to see what you do next week. I think next week, I would love for you to do a simple song. We love your acting, and I would love to see you just deliver a really, really simple melody and lyric and see what you do with that.
Yeah, like a character, like a piece that is character driven.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you very much, judges. You're amazing. I learned so much from doing this with all of you. I'm just going to steal all of your quips and make my own t-shirt line. That's it. We have 6 moving on to be whittled down to 3 next week. Congratulations to our top 5 and, of course, all of our top 10. You've done so well. We'll be back next week, Friday, December 22nd at 7 p.m. to announce who is making it into that top 3 and coming to New York City. Make sure you're following Broadway World on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and TikTok, of course, to see when next week's round of voting opens up to the public. I am your Broadway buddy, Ben Cameron. Have a great show. We'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.